FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
The international community's attitude towards Pakistan historically needs to be studied. The international community has always looked upon Pakistan's professionals, technocrats, and the military as its allies for modernization of Pakistan, not the politicians. Now, politicians everywhere are messy, by the way. I mean, we are watching the primary process here, and all you have to do is watch a couple of debates to understand all politics is not only local, all politics is local and messy. However, the notion in this town, and I've been doing a lot of thinking, especially since the assassination of Benazir Bhutto, why she had so much difficulty in Washington, where still people won't forgive her. The people of Pakistan were willing to vote for her. And they will probably vote for her husband after she's been assassinated. But the people in Washington, boy, they are not going to change, because they are looking at it as a bureaucratic management problem rather than a political issue in which politics is about sentiments. People were asked in the 2004 election, who do you think is smarter? The person they thought smarter is not the person that they wanted to vote for. People wanted to vote for the guy they thought they would like to have a beer with. Isn't that truth? If it can happen here, why is it different for Pakistan and Bangladesh? People have the right to vote for people whom we may not find fitting some special, specific, technocratic and bureaucratic checklist. People feel something. That's why they vote for them. And I think that the tendency of the international community to ignore the politics of countries like Pakistan and Bangladesh in favor of managerial solutions to the countries creates a major problem. It builds up one segment of the state bureaucratic machine, the military, the intelligence services, and it ignores the populist dimension and the people. And then a few years later, the same technocrats come up with because who remembers what you wrote 8 years ago? So you come up with a new plan and say, the new plan for Bangladesh, or the new plan for Pakistan. We've had many, the new way forward. And it's a new way forward, whereas the only way forward is one that involves the people. So for Bangladesh, like I have been recommending for Pakistan, there is only one way forward. Working with the political parties that exist. They will reform, they may not reform, it will take a little time. India's state of Bihar presents a great example of persisting with politics and getting it right at some point. They kept on electing Lalu Prasad Yadav, who, by the way, is probably worse, not better, than either of the leaders in Pakistan or Bangladesh. And he at one point caused Bihar's key indicators to go down so badly that people used to say that if we take Bihar out of the Indian Union, perhaps India's key indicators in economic spheres and achievements would rise as a whole. But that said, they just persisted with the constitutional mechanism. They just persisted with the electoral political mechanism. And guess what? At one point, he was voted out of politics in Bihar. He's still in the federal government of central government of India. And the person is a reformed person by all accounts. He has been chastised by the political experience. I think this racism of low expectations for third world countries and for countries with different cultures, this whole business about, it was okay for us to go through messy politics. It's okay for a man who's indicted for corruption to run for governor of Kentucky, but it's not okay for somebody who's accused of corruption to run for prime minister of Bangladesh, and that person needs to be somehow taken out of politics by military intervention. I think this phenomenon is the international dimension of the Pakistanization of Bangladesh.